Hello guys, so welcome to another session of my channel Tech with Tom. So in this session we will talk about kivy framework in Python. Actually we're using a mobile phone to work on kivy in Python. Yes, there is a reason for this. So to start with kivy, we have to know much about 8 bases, that is the regets. Then later we look at the higher grounds or higher level part of kivy. So let's start. So to continue, we are going to use an example. Yes, an example, and that will be a UI calculator. Yes, kivy is a Python framework used for developing applications. Yes, with UI elements such as the button, the the button, the label. Let's say it includes the colors, yes, the designs, and a whole lot. Through this course, you're going to see a whole lot that kivy can do. So without wasting my time, let me do some quick introduction of what we are going to use. So we'll be needing this app right here. If you are using your mobile application, you'll be needing this one app. We call it Python 3, yes, for mobile phones. Then if you are using the PC, then you have to get the real Python extension, maybe using the VS Code or Juju Python or something else. So I recommend you use VS Code because it gives a good syntax highlighting. So without wasting my time, let's move back to Python 3. Okay, so we are back to Python 3 on my phone. Yes, so we start by importing kivy. I know that most of you know this, importing of modules or libraries. Kivy is a library, so we need to import it to use it alongside with Python. We can also save this here. If you are new to Python 3, you save it here. Okay, so let's continue. So after importing kivy, we need a button. So as I told you earlier, we're going to create a UI calculator. So maybe let's say a calculator app. So we'll be importing app from kivy. So we say from kivy.app import app. If you're not good at importing, then today I think you become better. Add up these skills to your status and your profile. So from kivy we import app. Not just the app, we also need a label. So from kivy dot sub model called UIX, we import label. Okay, so let's start creating our app. So now we are going to use the label from kivy.uix. So we say let's create a variable for the label. Let's say lbl. Then we can call label. We need to give it a text to make it visible. So our text should be a string. So let's say tech with Tom. Yes, tech with Tom. Then since this is basic, I won't go too far to modify or make some attractive part of it. So after giving it a label, we create our app class. So class Tom app. Sorry, let's make it twt app. Yes, then we can call our app class. So this twt class app is a subclass of the app class. So this is it. Then we define our function, which is to build the app. So build build itself. As I use these features of the Pirate 3 app, please take note of them. They will help you the most. So now let me put down some comments. So returning the app. Let's say app feature. So we return label. Running this won't show anything because the app isn't running. So we need to run the app. So this is it. So there are two ways of running the app. I think this is okay. So we have two ways. So for one, you write the name of the app class, then you bring your brackets, then run. You call the run function. Or two, you make it you state that it is the main thing of the project. So you run it from the main source. So if name is equal to main, then what do? Twt app dot run. Let me actually create a variable here to make it beautiful. This is the recommended steps or method. So twt to run. So you're going to use it one by one. So first of all, we're going to call the second one first, then later we comment this out, then we use it. So let's run it. Okay, there is an error. Maybe you meant, okay, sorry, we are using if statement. We need double equal to sign to compare things. Okay, so this is it. We have an application with a label tech with Tom. Nothing else. There's nothing here. It does nothing because we haven't given it any function to perform. Nothing will happen. So now let's move on to run the second. Alright, so we have the second method commented out, then the first one uncommented. So let's run it. It also worked. Yes. So you can use these two methods to run your Kivy application. Okay, let's move back. So now we take this one off because the recommended one is the second method. So I'm gonna clear this one out, clear this also. Yes, then remove, let's say, another thing you can do with Python 3 is this. Okay, so you press this button. Yes, this one, to uncomment or comment. Simple as that. Yes. So now let's write a comment here. Let's leave some space for more. Okay, so this space is enough. Now we have our label as our main feature of the application, but let's look at how to display two other widgets at the same time in a kivy application. So for that one, we will remove this. That's where we are going to need a function for them. So now we return nothing but the function. So let's say a class. How do you call that class? So let's say my widget, yes, my widget. The class doesn't exist, sorry, but we're going to make it exist. So class class, as I said, my widget, it here. Then we have ourself, then instance. Sorry, not instance. What am I even doing? Okay guys, so not widget but class, sorry, screen, yes. So my f screen, yes. To deal with double widget, you need to use screens, and the screen manager comes in when you want to switch between screens. So we have from kivy.uyx.screen manager, sorry, screen manager, import screen manager. We import both screen manager and the screen because we are going to need them both. Then screen, so we call the screen here. This is my first screen, so that is why I called it my F screen. So let me put my F here. My F screen, yes, so screen. Now we need to initialize the class. So we have self, then this. Then we call the super function. So super, the name of your class, of that particular class, yes. So my F screen, then self. And you're going to close it, sorry. Then you initialize. So init. Then you call the star quacks. We are done with the setup of the class. Now we can add widgets. So we have widgets. So you can just cut this off, put it inside the class, just like that. So widgets. Then we paste this here. You can add a button with get. So we haven't imported that one yet, but still we need to call it to give it a text. Because we are doing calculate, I'll write cow. Yes, cow. Okay, yes. We are making a calculator, so I call it cow. So from the same kivy.Uyx, button import the button just like that. So we are going to run this. Let me see. No, not yet. We need to add a layout. Even in construction we need a layout. So we are just constructing application, we need a layout for it to make it look better. So we're going to put that one there. We need to import that one too. I don't know why I've been having from but that's the key suggestion. So from kivy.Uyx, the same Uyx dot layout dot we need edit. So let me describe this one or explain this one further. For the layout, we have grid layout, we know a grid, the box layout, anchor layout, the stack layout, the float layout. Yes, so these are the layout in Kivy. I think there are more to explore. You can do that by doing research on that. So box layout, we're using a box layout. That's the basic one. It's easy to use too. So from kivy.ui is a box layout. We import box layout. Python is case sensitive, so be mindful of where to make it capital and small. So now we have our box layout being imported. We're going to use it. So let me call that one first. That one is more important. So app layout. So we call it lay. Then we have the box layout. Then orientation of the application. We have two parameters. That is two parameters. That is arguments rather, sorry. That is vertical and horizontal. But most of the times, most of the applications uses the vertical layout. So we're going to use vertical layout here. Now we need to add this with get to the class so that when you call it or run the application, since the app class is returning the myFscreen class, it has to show because it's being added as a widget. The screen contains widget, so we need to add it. Although we've defined it in the class, but no, it won't show because we haven't added it to the widget of the screen as all. We haven't registered it as a widget of the screen. So let's do that. So we say lay, because of this lay dot add widget. Then we have label. When the button is being placed before the label, the app will show on top or show before the label. So how you register or how you add the widget in search order, it will be the same order in the application in the UI view. So be mindful of that. So we have adding widgets to the screen. So we have lay again, dot add with get. We have button. Yes, that's how I called my label and button. You can also do so as you want. I know you know some Python basics, so this isn't something new to you. So yeah, we need to add the lay then to the, because lay 2 is also a variable and it is not being added as I would get to the class. So self.add with get lay, and this would show I would get or display I would get. So self.add would get lay. Okay, now we can run this. I have a small issue. What did I miss this? Okay, Carl. Oh, sorry. It should be a string. So, okay. I think that's all with the errors. Okay, this one should work out. Okay, so this is it. This is our button right here. So we have our label here, then our button right here. So we can do more by giving them the width and height to make them look reasonable. Look reasonable. Yeah. So as I said earlier, we can edit that more ways. So we can say size.hint. Sorry, size underscore hint. But we don't read the underscore and those points in Python. These points, we don't read them, we just say them. We just skip them. Sorry. So this is actually a list of two instances. So we have the X and Y like this. No. So we have X and Y. So we have X to be, so the full or the maximum number is 1, which is 100%. So we're going to make X, which is from right to left or left to right. Let's say 0, let's say 1. Let's make it 100%. 1%. Then X from top to the bottom, maybe 0.2. So I think we have an error here. That's why. Okay, so we just cleared this. Okay, error resolved. So let's see. We see that the button will take all over the screen because we defined height for the button. Let's see that by running it. So you see, because the label has been specified in height and width. Now let's do that too also for the app and see what will happen. The highest, sorry, the let's say the biggest takes over the other. So make sure you do likewise. So size hint for button 2. I want to copy this. Sorry. Okay, I can copy that, then paste it here. Yes, then make the label take much space, because it isn't reasonable for a button to take much space. So this will make our app look something wrong. Okay, so this one is much reasonable. Okay, we haven't yet called or made anything like a calculator yet, because as you can see, it doesn't look like a calculator. I wanted to change this to calculate. Yes, calculate. So this is the end of the first session of this session. That's fun. So we had fun. We really had fun. Yes, guys, really had fun. So thank you. If you are new to my channel, please do well to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next session of this same session. Kivy framework with Python. Thank you. See you next time.